with us. And welcome to this space where we learn and we become better money managers. And today we have this topic, and I want to ask, does money slip through your fingers? Meaning, what relationship do you have with your money? You get paid today, and 2, 3, 4, 5 days down the line, one wonders, was I really paid? But from your bank statements, from your M-Pesa statement, you actually received the money. But you cannot really tell where this money went. So that's why we are here. Let's gather here, let's learn, and let's become better money managers. And one of the things that I want to put forward is that it really matters how one relates with money. We all need money for various purposes. For example, me and you, we need money for consumption, to pay my bills, to pay school fees, to pay rent, and all these foodstuffs and all these expenses. They need to be met from the money that I receive, from the money that you receive. Another reason as to why we so much need this money is to save, to save so that you invest, I invest, to generate more income towards the future. Another reason why I need money, you need money, is for wealth creation. You need to have money, then you find a way to multiply this money so that you generate more, and in the long run, it ends up in wealth accumulation or wealth creation. So for one to get to that goal of wealth creation, it matters here how you spend your little coins, how you spend the little money that you are paid every time you complete an assignment, every time you go deliver a service. It is so much matters how you spend that money. So, and there are factors that cause one not to be able to spend the money well. Things like mindset, feeling like you are paid so less that you cannot do so much with it. Like the little you get, you just eat it up, you squander it up, just because you feel it can't do so much. Another thing is habits, bad habits. And today, I am going to give 10 of the factors, or some 10 habits that causes one's money to slip through the fingers. So as I outline these points, I want you to listen to them to the very last one, and you get to analyze yourself. Do I have some or one or two of these habits? And thereafter, one ought to take a collective action, analyze yourself, and by and by we become better money managers. So one of the points or habits that causes money to slip through your fingers, like money lands and it leaves your hands so fast that you wonder what happened. One of these habits is not having a financial plan. So one of these habits, or habit number 1, that causes money to slip through your fingers is not having a financial plan. Remember, when you do not assign any task to your money, this money ends up doing anything and everything. Whatever comes your way goes. So everyone ought to have a financial plan or financial plans that you commit your money to these financial plans, such that anytime you receive this money, the money knows what task it ought to perform. So not having a financial plan causes money to just slip through your fingers, leaving your pockets, leaving your M-Pesa, leaving your bank account. The other point that causes money to slip through your fingers, not having a budget. A budget, as we said earlier, it is a financial tool that outlines how you want to spend your hard-earned cash. You budget for all the expected incomes, and you assign them to the tasks that you want it to achieve. Like, you outline all your living expenses, you apportion the amount that you want to go to your savings account. You apportion this money that goes to fulfill the financial plans that you have. So not having a budget causes money to go to every other expenses that are not adding value to your life. Another point that causes money to slip through your fingers is living an exaggerated lifestyle. When you measure what you're paid and the amount of your monthly living expenses, the expenses exceed what you earn. And remember, when there is no balance between what you earn and your total living expenses or total expenses for the period that you are before you receive your next pay, if the amount exceeds your income, it means there is no balance and one ought to borrow to finance this hard lifestyle. So one of the things one ought to consider is living within their means. If one earns 50,000, there is no way your living expenses are going to total up to 50,000 Kenya shillings. If you're earning 50,000, maybe your expenses should be around 35,000, 40,000, or anything less than 50,000, so that you are able to cater for all your expenses and have something that's left behind to cater for any other expenses that may crop up or any eventualities that may come forward. Another factor that causes money to slip through your hands is not having an emergency fund. Do you have an emergency fund in place? Should you have a major car breakdown, how are we going to meet this bill that has just cropped up? So not having an emergency fund could lead one into debt because you do not have money to cater for this eventuality that has just cropped up and that needs to be taken care of. So one ought to have an emergency fund, and you start by putting aside some amount that goes to your emergency fund, which could be even 5%, or even, it doesn't matter how much. But the main thing is that one ought to have an emergency fund in place. The other factor that causes money to just slip through your fingers is not tracking your expenses. Every time as you continue to spend your money, plan to have your money date where you go sit down, you download your statements, your M-Pesa statements, your bank statements, and you get to analyze, where does my money go to? And by so doing, you are conscious of where your money is going to. And when you see your money is channeled to some activities that are not adding value, you are able to take a collective action. But let me tell you, unless you're conscious, unless you track where your money goes to, you can never get to understand where your money goes to. You just find you're paid, and by the end of this date, you got no cash in your account, and you cannot point out where your money went to. So track your spending, get those statements, get to analyze and see where your money is going to. The other point that causes money to slip through your fingers: online shopping. You know, technology has made it so sweet that we are able to ask anything and order anything to our doorstep at the comfort of your phone. You just need to swipe and just scroll up. You tap that button, you order, and whatever service or whatever goods or items you need, they are brought to your doorstep. You know, if you're not conscious, you just be paying, and by the end of the month or by the close of the month, you've done numerous shoppings for even things that you did not need, you know. So what I mean to say, be conscious of your spending, you know. Make sure even as you are shopping, as these services are so much available at our disposal, just at the flip as you scroll, be conscious to know where your money is going to. So, and you're able to do this when you analyze your spending, you are able to realize actually most of my money goes to this online platform, these online shops. It's not bad to shop, but be conscious. Like before I put my PIN to pay for this service, to pay for these goods, do I really need them? So that's one of the areas where your money goes to, or your money just flips through your fingers and you cannot really tell where your money left to. The other point that causes money to flip through your fingers is being in debts. You know, when you are so much in debt, you are not able to have enough money at your disposal for further development, for investments, and to do those things that give you value. So what I mean to say, being in debt is not bad, but be conscious. This debt that you're paying, this debt that takes up all your money, what did you do with this debt? You know, so being in debt can cause you to not progress financially, not to be able to invest, not to be able to do those activities that will help you generate more money. Because some of these debts that some of the clients take or people take, they end up consuming almost all of your money. The interest rates are crazy. The installment takes up all the residual income, that which you could be putting in your investment or in your savings account. Another thing that causes money to flip through your fingers, taking risky investments. You know, not analyzing an investment well before you commit your money to such an investment. Anytime you are planning to invest, make sure to do due diligence to make sure that you analyze, you know, your risk preference, such that when this investment is giving you a risk rate or risk preference that is not within your range, you are able to know and not to uptake such investment. You know, you may be duped by being told this is the rate of return, but remember, in equal terms, as the rate of return is high, even the rate of losing your money comes in similar rates. So, uptaking risky investments, this could also lead to you losing your money. So, before you uptake any investment, be aware to do all the due diligence to make sure that you've analyzed and you understand what it is that you are uptaking. So invest in those ventures that the rate of risk is low and the returns are affordable. Whatever rate of return they are giving you is manageable, and also the risk at which the investment comes with, you are able to manage the same. The other point that causes money to flip through your fingers is competing with your friends. Man, I can't understand why people compete. Like, your friend bought this car, you want to buy an equal car, or even a better one, you know. Your friends or my friend went for holiday in Dubai, I want to go to even a better place, you know. It's good to celebrate, it's good to have all these nice things, but remember, as this friend is doing life the way they are doing, you do not know their sources of income. You do not know whether even it's the company that are sending them on this very expensive holiday. So we cannot equal our friends. So do not compete. And if one opts to compete, money will just flip through your fingers and you will not know where your money left to. So what I'm saying today is that let's take into account all these factors that causes money to flip through the fingers. You know, in 2023, the only good thing one can do is to be a good money manager, live within your means, be conscious of financial decisions you are taking, be conscious to have financial goals and commit to achieving these very goals. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to also to always present these insightful clips. I welcome you to come, learn, and get better. And I want to request you to kindly like this video, share it with friends and family. We get to learn, we get to be better money managers. And if there is a point you feel could also add to this list for today, kindly do not hesitate to put it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'm delighted to be here. See you in the next episode. God bless you.